Welcome to all of our families and guests. The processional for the commencement ceremony is about to begin.
Good morning. You may be seated. Welcome to the University of Detroit Mercy School of Dentistry's 93rd commencement ceremony, honoring the class of 2026. I am Professor Kathy Shepard, Assistant Dean for Educational Development and Assessment and Grand Marshal for today's ceremony. Before we begin the ceremony, I must respectfully ask everyone with a cell phone to please silence it. In addition, would all non-university photographers and videographers please refrain from using the aisleways and the area in front of the stage out of consideration for fellow guests and the graduates' safety and well-being. Thank you for your cooperation. It is now my privilege to present to you our platform party. Beginning with the front row to my far left, your right, are Father Charles Oduke, Vice President for Mission Integration, Ms. Sandy Sutton, President of the Michigan Dental Hygienists Association, Professor Catherine Snyder, Dean of the College of Engineering and Science, Dr. Karen Lee, Associate Vice President of Academic Administration, Professor Pamela Zarkowski, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Donald Taylor, President of University Detroit Mercy, Dr. Mert Aksu, Dean of the School of Dentistry, Dr. Judith Jones, Vice President of the Santa Fe Group, and Linda Dobis, President of the School of Dentistry's Alumni Association. Seated in the back row to my immediate left are Dr. Mary Fisher, member of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Thomas Mancier, Vice President of Business and Administration, Mr. Michael McNamara, member of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Rosalie Toko Bradley, member of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Dinser Gurin, Assistant Dean for Clinical Education, School of Dentistry, Dr. Juliet Daniels, Assistant Dean for Clinical Education, actually Associate Dean of Student Services and Enrollment Management, School of Dentistry, Mr. Dennis Carlesso, Vice President of University Advancement, Ms. Deborah Steifel, Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs, Ms. Monica Barber, Senior Attorney and Corporate Secretary, and Dr. Ashish Patel, Assistant Dean for Clinic Operations, School of Dentistry. Will everyone please stand while the invocation is proffered by Father Patrick Dorsey, and please remain standing after the invocation for the singing of the anthems, the lyrics of which appear in your programs.
We gather on this beautiful day for graduation to honor these newly crested dentists and hygienists. And as you may know, St. Apollonia is a Christian martyr and the patron saint of dentists, and for those suffering from toothaches and other oral afflictions. St. Apollonia's legacy has been one of hope and healing. Because Apollonia remained true to her faith in the face of death, she is recognized for her commitment to God and the Church. She is often depicted holding a tooth or a pair of forceps, and her feast day is celebrated on February 9th. As the patron saint of dentistry, St. Apollonia is often invoked by those suffering from toothaches and other oral afflictions, and her image can be found in many dental offices and clinics. As you begin your careers in dentistry, I pray that you are inspired by Apollonia's perseverance as you professionally demonstrate your gifts, talents, and abilities to your patients. Let us pray. Good and gracious God, today we ask you to bless these new dentists and hygienists with an open mind and a generous heart, allowing them to listen to their patients and successfully address their needs. May these dentists always know that you are with them as is witnessed through those around them, family, friends, and colleagues. May they always collaborate in the name of serving others while seeking perfection in their work. Above all, Lord, may these new professionals always express gratitude for what they received. We ask this in your name. Amen.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Now we'll do the Star Spangled Banner too. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly gleaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Dean Aksu will now deliver the opening remarks. Dean Aksu.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. President Taylor, Provost and Academic Vice President Zarkowski, Dr. Jones, distinguished dignitaries, honored guests, faculty, family, friends, welcome. You know, you'd think after all the time I've been doing this, I would get it and be really easy with it, but you know, every year it gives me sort of a certain sense of butterflies as I watch you all, and it gives me great privilege to begin by offering my warmest congratulations to our graduates and by extending best wishes to all of our mothers for a very happy Mother's Day weekend. Having had the honor of delivering these remarks for the past 18 years, each year I sit down and reflect on what I might say, only to realize the most important message never changes, and it circles around gratitude, congratulations, and what's next. Time has a way of bringing that question into focus. Time moves swiftly, often faster than we expect, carrying us from one milestone to the next before we even realize the moment has arrived. This defining moment for you also reflects a moment of transition for all of us. On behalf of the faculty staff at the School of Dentistry, I want you to know how deeply proud we are of what you have accomplished. You have arrived here as students, eager, determined, and full of hope for what lay ahead. In what now feels like the blink of an eye, time has passed, lives have evolved, and today you leave as professionals, ready to assume new responsibilities and shape what comes next. Every graduation shares a common theme, and for me, it always brings memories of my own, remembering sitting where you are now, excited, energized, and focused on the events of the day. What I cannot remember is what was actually said. And while those details may fade for you as well, what will remain is the feeling of the moment, that feeling of pride, reflection, and the realization that time has moved you forward will stay with you for a lifetime. Graduation is a powerful marker of time. It reminds us how far we have come and how quickly the journey unfolds. Since the day you began your program, you have weathered the academic rigor, developed personal growth, overcame uncertainty, felt triumph, and certainly demonstrated resilience. Time has tested you, shaped you, and prepared you. As life inevitably moves forward, as it continues, will do so with or without pause, offering you many more opportunities to grow, to lead, and to make a difference. Time has given you opportunities to make friendships that will last a lifetime. Your time at Detroit Mercy has given you the opportunity not only to learn, but to define yourself and the person you want to be. Among the most enduring lessons that carry you forward is not simply what you know or how skilled you have become, but the attitude with which you choose to use your time as professionals. Integrity, compassion, empathy, and respect are the cornerstones of the dental profession. These values are lived out over time, one patient, one decision, one moment at a time. Your character and your commitment to doing what's right will define your career far more than any single procedure. And how you choose to spend your time, how you treat people along the way, will shape how you're remembered. You will do far more than fix teeth or restore oral health. You will restore dignity, confidence, and trust. In some cases, you may be the first to notice signs of systemic illness, moments where attention and action at exactly the right time could change or even save a life. The instruments you hold represent not only skill, but responsibility to patients who place their time, their health, and their trust in you. As you step into your roles as dental hygienists, dentists, and specialists, remember that your influence extends well beyond the operatory. You are stewards of health and ambassadors of humanity. Each interaction, no matter how brief, is an opportunity to build trust, listen, and make a difference. Lives go on quickly, and sometimes it is the smallest moments where your impact will matter most. To the faculty and staff who've guided these students through the countless hours of instruction, mentorship, and encouragement, thank you. Your time and dedication and belief in our students have made this day possible. To the families and friends who've supported these graduates through late nights, moments of doubt, and years of commitment, your sacrifice and patience have provided the foundation upon which their success stands. Thank you for sharing your time with us and for trusting us with the education of those you love. Class of 2026, as you reflect on your time at Detroit Mercy and the School of Dentistry, recognize that each lesson learned and each challenge overcome has prepared you not just for today, but all of the days ahead, and has shaped who you are as a person. As you move forward, remember that while your formal education may be ending, your responsibility as a professional is just beginning. You now have time to serve, lead, learn, and make a meaningful difference. Use your time wisely and use it generously. Some of you may remember that when you first arrived, I shared a simple message. Being a professional requires more than aptitude. It requires attitude. It is a commitment made over time. Just as no one becomes a professional by practicing only occasionally, excellence is built through daily dedication and a lifelong promise to give your very best to every person you serve. In closing, remember that the true measure of your success will not be found in accolades or titles, but in the lives you touch, the trust you earn, the smiles you restore, and the good you do and the decisions you make with the time you are given. Congratulations, class of 2026. Today, we do not simply celebrate what you've learned, we celebrate who you've become as people. It's time. The world is waiting for your smile. Thank you. It is my privilege now to present you the President of the University of Detroit Mercy, Dr. Donald Taylor. Thank you, Dr. Taylor.
Thank you, Dean Oxo. Students, alumni, faculty and staff, deans, families, friends, and honored guests, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Pamela Zarkowski, distinguished trustees, good morning, and welcome to the 2026 commencement exercises at the University of Detroit Mercy School of Dentistry. It is my honor to present the class of 2026. Congratulations, graduates. I want to take this moment to honor those of you joining us today, in person or virtually, in celebration. As every member of the class of 2026 knows, the road to this special day has not been traveled alone. The support of family and friends and others has been invaluable in helping these graduates achieve this dream. At this time, I ask the family, friends, staff, faculty, and anyone else who has played a role in supporting these Titans, please stand so we can recognize your efforts. Family members? And as Mert said, a special welcome to all the mothers attending who will be celebrating Mother's Day this Sunday. Mothers, thank you for all that you do. I also want to recognize the members of the class of 2026 who are the first in their family to earn a college degree. Would all first-generation students please stand and be recognized? First-gen students, I know your story. I was once in your place. I was the first person in my family to even attend college, let alone graduate. You are an example for others in your family and your community to follow the path of education, because you never know where it might take you or where you might lead others. Be proud of this achievement and give back by helping others understand what this accomplishment can mean for them. The members of this graduating class come from across the world and down the street. They reflect the diversity of our local communities, our world, and have brought a range of perspectives and experiences that has enriched the ways we live and that we learn together. We are proud of the many different backgrounds, cultures, and faith traditions that are represented in our graduating class. Students, your presence has made a difference here, and we have all learned from each other in very important ways. You are not the same person you were when you first stepped on campus 4 years ago, and the campus has changed because you were here. Our mission says we integrate the intellectual, spiritual, ethical, and social development of our students. We see that in many of you. You have weathered tough classes, demanding professors, the stress of balancing work, life, family, and your classes. But you didn't let any of that deter you from your final goal. Indeed, I know some of you have even suffered losses that have changed your lives. But you fought and you studied and you worked and you learned, and you're leaving the institution a fuller person, a stronger person, one who knows what you want and how to get it. The charisms of our founding religious sponsors, the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits, and the Religious Sisters of Mercy, fit beautifully together because St. Ignatius and the Venerable Catherine Macaulay, who lived centuries apart in different parts of the world, both understood the value of learning and of God's place in the world. Graduates, as you embark on this next phase of your journey, know that you carry the fire of the Jesuits and the light of the Mercy Sisters to illuminate your world. You have a resilience based on our sponsors' ideals that will get you through anything that comes your way. If the events, both small and large, of the last few years have taught you anything, it's that you know that you can rise to a challenge. We see you doing that every day on campus for our community, and we know that you will be able to do it in your fields. As Dean Oxley said, it's your time to shine. While this celebration is the culmination of years of hard work, it's more importantly a new beginning. Whether you're starting a career as a hygienist or a dentist, or you're advancing in your profession, it's a magical time for each of you. Each of you is on the verge of your future. Each of you is empowered with the tools for success. The possibilities are endless, and so are the challenges. So I ask you one thing. Remember that you are a Titan and that the world needs Titan. And graduates, my final message to you that I give to every graduating class comes from the great philosopher Mr. Spock from Star Trek. May you live long and prosper. Godspeed. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, Dr. Judith A. Jones. Dr. Jones is an internationally recognized leader in dental public health and geriatric dentistry and serves as an adjunct professor at the University of Detroit Mercy School of Dentistry. She is board certified in both specialties and has dedicated her career to improving oral health for vulnerable and aging populations. A respected educator and national leader, she has received numerous honors, including the International Association for Dental Research Distinguished Scientist Award and the American Dental Education Association's Guys Award. She was also recently named Vice President of the Santa Fe Group, a group that focuses on improving lives through oral health. Dr. Jones.
Graduates and families, President Taylor, Provost Zarkowski, Dean Oxu, faculty and staff, good morning and congratulations. In deciding what to say this morning, the phrase that kept coming to mind was, "There but by the grace of God go I." You see, I was thinking about what to say while driving to campus as I passed the corner of I-96 and Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. When I first worked here, a man in a wheelchair was always there, asking for spare change as I approached. He sat most mornings at the light atop of the ramp off of I-96. Many people would pass and not give this man a second thought. But I thought, and I still think, this is my brother. This is my sister. You see, my brother lived on the streets for years. He told me once he was born 100 years too late. He would have been one of the survivors of the early settlers who traveled the Oregon Trail. When we hiked, he was in his element. And when I think of my brother Arthur and how our paths diverged, even with the same loving parents and safe home, it makes me wonder, what made me one of the lucky ones, with the privileges of health and education that allowed me and my family a good life? And when I think of the hundreds of patients, homeless veterans, Alzheimer's patients that I saw at the VA hospital in Bedford, Mass, I wondered the same thing. Call it luck or grace. Regardless, I am grateful. And with that gratitude came responsibility. The responsibility to work hard, give back to my brothers and sisters with more difficult lives. And my hope is that you too, with the privileges of health and education, are grateful as you graduate from Detroit Mercy Dental. You too are fortunate to have families by birth or otherwise, that supported you while you were here at Detroit Mercy Dental. And you made it. And I know how hard you worked to get here. And I know you got a great education. So again, congratulations from all of us. Now though, it's time to go out into the world and use it. My hope for all of you is that you will have the privilege of caring for people for many years. Caring for people in your neighborhoods, in your clinics, hospitals, jails, health centers, and community centers. At times, you will be providing care where there was none before. And you are fortunate to have been here at Detroit Mercy Dental, where in addition to the great biomedical and clinical education, you learn what I call the Detroit Mercy intangibles. That patients don't care what you know until they know that you care. That you ask, what questions do you have? Not, do you have any questions? That you treat your patients like your siblings, because they are. Detroit Mercy is a place where students have opportunities to be engaged and to belong, where we honor and respect our similarities and our differences, where we share iftar dinners and learn salsa dancing and celebrate Juneteenth, where Canadians and Americans are colleagues and friends. It's supposed to be a joke. Where Detroit Mercy Dental graduates learn to practice basic human values, like doing good, respect, honesty, justice, and above all, do no harm. So what pithy message should I leave you? What sums it all up? Back in the 1980s, I served in the National Health Service Corps here in downtown Detroit. There was a campaign summarized on bumper stickers that said, "I love Detroit," and "say nice things about Detroit." So I say nice things about Detroit Mercy Dental. Be grateful. Don't be a stranger. Stay involved. Give back. Support your peers and the students of the future. And when you see that person atop the highway ramp, do what you can. In closing, I hope you lead with service and gratitude, love and care. And if you do, the rest will take care of itself with due effort and due diligence. So congratulations again, and may God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. I would like to introduce Ms. Tara Peters, class president of the dental hygiene class of 2026, who will speak on behalf of the graduating dental hygiene students. Ms. Peters.
I'm going to grab my speech, and I'll be right back. All right, this can't get any worse than it already is. All right, good morning, everybody. Hi, President Taylor, Provost Sarkowski, Dean Aksu, faculty and administrators, staff, family and friends, and my fellow graduates. It is a great honor and privilege to stand here representing the class of 2026 dental hygiene class. I will always remember walking in on the first day of our dental hygiene orientation. I'm sure you all remember that day too, as I was the one who walked in late because I thought breakfast was optional. But look at me now, standing in front of you all, looking at your excited yet anxious faces, just like I did almost 2 years ago when we met for the first time. After finishing orientation and starting our first semester, it became clear that our class dynamic was unlike any before us. We grew into more than just classmates, but quickly became a close-knit group, much like siblings. We leaned on each other through this challenging program, supporting one another both academically and emotionally. Whether it was late-night reminders about due dates, cramming before an exam, celebrating birthdays, or showing up for each other during difficult times, we were always there every step of the way. I've learned so much about myself from each of you, and I'm truly proud to have served you as your president. But let's not forget who also stood beside us throughout this journey, our support systems, who helped make our dreams a reality today. Graduates, I encourage you to take a moment to turn and find your supporters in the audience and show your appreciation to the people who have been cheering you on from the sidelines from day one. It was our families, friends, and mentors who inspired us to keep going when things felt impossible. This incredible accomplishment belongs to them as much as it belongs to us. To the people who encouraged us to do our best, listened when we complained about requirements, and reminded us every day that we were made for this. Thank you. Your support has not gone unnoticed, and we will carry it with us into this new beginning. To some, being a dental hygienist means that we just clean teeth. But today, I stand here to tell you all that it is so much more than that. From detecting signs of oral cancer, managing periodontal diseases, screening for systemic health conditions, and improving our patients' oral hygiene through individualized patient education. We've become masters of early detection and disease prevention. Some of us will work as clinicians, providing these life-changing services to patients. And some of us may go on to become educators, administrators, advocates, or researchers. Whatever path you choose, build a future in the profession that you can look back on with pride, knowing that you made a difference in the world. As we step into this next chapter of our lives, let us remember the life lessons we've learned during our time at Detroit Mercy. If this program has taught us anything, it would be how to adapt and persevere through the situations that life will throw at you. More often than not, the things that we spend so much time planning rarely ever go to plan, as you saw today. Change can be intimidating, but I implore you to embrace change as an opportunity for growth. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you must keep moving forward. And that's exactly what we did. We kept moving forward to make it here today, to cross the finish line, and for this well-deserved accomplishment. Congratulations to the dental and dental hygiene class of 2026. Let's go change the world one smile at a time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Peters. Ms. Olivia Manzano, President of the Dental Class of 2026, will now speak on behalf of the graduating Doctor of Dental Surgery students. Ms. Manzano.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Faculty, family, friends, President Taylor, Provost Sarkowski, Dean Aksu, and my fellow classmates. My name is Olivia Manzano, and it has truly been an honor to serve as class president for the class of 2026. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate this moment with us. To say it has been a roller coaster is an understatement. Today is a milestone that once felt far, and now that we are here, it is a mix of excitement, gratitude, and maybe even a little disbelief. Each of us took a different path to get here. Some of us came straight from undergrad, others took time to work, to grow, or to figure things out. But no matter the path, we all arrived with the same goal. And today, we are seeing that goal become reality. When we first started dental school, we were focused on learning the technical skills: how to prep a crown, place a rubber dam, pass our exams. And while those things mattered, over time, our understanding of this profession deepened. We learned that dentistry is not just about the procedures, it is about the people. It is about the patient who walks in feeling anxious or unsure, and the responsibility we have to meet them with patience and empathy. It is about taking the time to listen, to explain, to build trust, especially when it is not easy. These past few years have challenged us in ways we did not expect. There were long days, difficult cases, and moments where things didn't go as planned. But we kept showing up, and through that, we built resilience, confidence, and a stronger sense of purpose. To my classmates, you have been more than just colleagues. You have been a support system. You are the only people who truly understand what it's like to be in the trenches. I'm incredibly proud to stand here with you today. To our faculty and mentors, thank you for guiding us, challenging us, and pushing us to grow, not just as clinicians, but as people. And to our families and loved ones, thank you for your constant support. This achievement belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. As we move forward, our paths will look different. Some of us are continuing our training, others are entering practice, and some are still figuring it out. But wherever we go, we carry the same responsibility: to care for our patients with empathy, to treat the whole person. Because at the end of the day, we are not just treating teeth, we are caring for people. People with fears, with stories, and with trust in us. As we step into this next chapter, let's remember that. Class of 2026, we made it. And more importantly, we are ready. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Manzano. The candidates who have completed requirements for degrees and certificates will now be presented by the Dean of the School of Dentistry. The degrees and certificates will be awarded by President Taylor. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in dental hygiene please rise? The candidates will be presented by Dean Naksu. Dean Naksu.
President Taylor, on behalf of the faculty of the Dental Hygiene Program, I present these candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Dental Hygiene and respectfully recommend that such degrees be conferred upon them.
You can sit now.
Candidates, please be seated. Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Dental Surgery, the Master of Science degree, and the certificate in Advanced Education in General Dentistry, Endodontics, Orthodontics, and Periodontics please rise? The candidates will be presented by Dean Naksu. Dean Naksu.
President Taylor, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Dentistry, I present these candidates for the degree of Doctor of Dental Surgery, the Master of Science degree, and the certificates in Advanced Education in General Dentistry, Endodontics, Orthodontics, and Periodontics, and respectfully recommend that the degrees and certificates be conferred upon them.
Candidates, please be seated. The graduates from the Dental Hygiene Program will now be directed to the platform by the Deputy Marshals.
Al-Hussein Al-Shawi. Batul Alawi. Yasmin Marie Bazi. Alexandra M. Costano. Madison Lynn Costanzo. Jordan Dow. Zainab Al-Khatib. Lauren Elizabeth Graziani. Nadine Hussein Hamka. Jamaiza Janelle Hatchett. Castriat Toma Junkai. Olivia M. Kapler. Yomna Mazen Khalil. Salihom Kidane. Sierra Lee. Emily Brittany Lopez. Holly Joe Morrow. Rochelle Lauren Mahalik. Siraj Munir Munasser. Tara Lorraine Peters. Suzanne Ali Saad. Donna Ortiz Sanchez Perez. Deja Weaver. Hannah Noel Wood.
The graduates from the Doctor of Dental Surgery program will now be directed to the platform by the deputy marshals.
Albert Jacob Abdelnauer. Apurva Akalankam. Fatima Al-Hakim. Anthony Matanios Aldura. Fidel Nasser Ali. Hamza Al-Khawazmi. Madi Al-Mudafa. Mohammed Al-Mudaffar. Umel Banin Mohammed Alofi. Marissa Andrio. Valerie Anton. Andrew Anthony Atisha. Kahindi Babalola. Joanna Baku. Emily Jean Barnhart. Marlene Baralas Manning. Farah Basha. Vasiola Becoli. Nayeli Beltran Sanchez. Joe Berjawi. Deanna M. Beidoun. Krishna Bhakta. Julia Balansky. Caitlin Shivel Bogart. Olivia Marie Brown. Grace Catherine Bush. Thomas James Bursma. Shivani S. Chatti. Joshua Robert Dame. Cassidy Jean Dara. Ryan Anthony Elliott. Attorney Bruce Elsey. Kathleen Fan. Verena Atif Farouk. Sarah A. Fathi. Belgis Hassan Fassan. Gavin Andres Fruget. Isabel Hiam George. Maria Atef Gurgis. Sahar Gorbani. Ryan James Glover. Christian Noah Gonzalez. Kyle Andrew Garaspe. Hernique Grawal. Nicole Marie Halatsis. Ahmed Alan Harajli. Ryan Patrick Hart. Nathan Michael Hellebush. Joseph Williamina Henane. Vin Huang. Colson Lane Hoover. Ryan T. Hulsman. Brian J. Young Herr. Olivia Suzanne Husty. Manha Shaukat Iftikhar. Amir F. Jaber. Andrea Gianna Johnson. Harmanjot Kaur Kalon. Nikhil G. Kalra. Kinan Khanna. Ryan Shaker Karjo. Kevin Allen Kathawa. Alyssa Jean Keller. Mitchell Patrick Kellerman. Sundus H. Kesba. Iman Bashir Khalil. Harun Rashid Khan. Saif Khan. Zohair Khan. Angad Singh Katra. Savannah Mary Camoro. Edmund Pierre Kiroak. Darina Kucherenko. Sandra Labib. Ahul Lakhani. Christy Tungvi Le. Flavia Leal Rosado. Seanjin Lee. Seotak Lee. Sung Min Lim. Mark Daniel Hess Long. Andrew A. Lowe. Shirin Mala Fard. Haider S. Mahdi. Georgina Amir Makram. Daniel K. Malashevsky. Olivia Leticia Manzano. Michael Andrew Maringer. Megan Patricia Marshall. Evelyn Matthew. Morgan Michelle McCarter. Drake Michael McLaughlin. Lauren Marie Miles. Kangyo Min. Layla Mirza. Lawrence Raphael Murad. Colin Patrick Murphy. Anvi M. Nandish. Rama Nasser. Nancy Ali Nassar. Deanna A. Nasser. Hao D. Nguyen. Klein Tuan Phong Nguyen. Rochelle Minha Nguyen. Jackson Lewis Northhouse. Danya A. Obid. Shelby Lynn Ostrander. Neil N. Parikh. Simon Sangbom Park. Kiran A. Patel. Lauren Page Perry. Anok Lan Pham. Chelsea Ann Philpott. Francisco Jose Plaza Villegas. McEwen John Powell. Blurta Pranay. Brandon Peter Putras. Alicia Celeste Quenneville. Ramton Rabari. Lexi Lee Rivard. Rylan Nicole Roth. Humam Sagman. Tamam Sagman. Elias George Said. Khalid Saleh. Noor Wadia Saleh. Allah Saloom. Ratika Sai Sanikomo. Eli Sassini. Rita Shaffo. Seda Sheza Shaheen. Mubara Shahid. Reem Saad Shabrain. Shema Shabreen. Raven George Sheena. Sarah L. Shwehi. Kushpreet Singh. Daniel Walter Smick. Nathan Daniel Spring. Abigail L. Stewart. Simon Wolfgang Tomazik. Christina Mary Varghese. Frank Vukai. Samuel Francis Wakefield. Anna Simone Walker. Cindy Faye Wu. Jonathan George Youssef. Zachary Alec Zweig.
Graduates from the Advanced Education in General Dentistry, Endodontics, Orthodontics, and Periodontics programs of the School of Dentistry will now be directed to the platform by the Deputy Marshals.
Dr. John Balluz. Dr. Gerald James Greenan IV. Dr. Holly Mabel McLean. Dr. Jad Murad. Dr. Melanie Lachey Ransom. Dr. Sarah E. Wojcik. And from the Graduate Endodontics Program, Dr. Mario Endikov. Dr. Sean Patrick Rillahan. Dr. Mikolas Varkalas. And from the Graduate Orthodontics Program, Adnan Ihab Hamka. Dr. Adnan Ihab Hamka. Dr. William Preston Marsh. Dr. Anupam Patil. Maria Alejandra Tosta Briseno. Dr. Maria Alejandra Tosta Briseno. Dr. Nuri Ray Turkoglu. And from the Graduate Periodontics Program, Dr. Josh Graham. Dr. Min-Ki Kim. Dr. Young Il Yoon.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. Now that the candidates have been recognized, please remain quiet and respectful as we prepare for the President's conferral of degrees. Will all of the candidates, please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degrees and the certificates for which you have been recommended and pronounce you sons and daughters of the University of Detroit Mercy forever. Go Titans.
Graduates, as a sign of granting your degree, please move your tassels from the right to the left side of your cap. Please congratulate our graduates. Graduates, please be seated. The platform party, sponsoring institutions, representatives, Board of Trustees, administration, staff, and faculty of the university, please rise. Face the graduates and join in a round of applause to congratulate the class of 2026. Before we move to our closing, I'd like to invite President Taylor back to the podium to offer one additional recognition. Dr. Taylor.
Before our final remarks, I would like all of our graduates who are currently serving or who have served in the military, please stand so that we can recognize you. Thank you for your service. Professor Shepard.
Now for our closing remarks, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the president of our alumni board, Dr. Linda Dobis. Dr. Dobis?
Thank you. To our newest dental colleagues, welcome to the University of Detroit Mercy dental alumni community. I'm honored to speak to you today. To make this a more palatable experience, you'll get extra credit if you can count how many tooth puns are in the remarks today that I wish to implant in your minds. To our faculty, staff, family, and friends, on behalf of the University of Detroit Mercy dental alumni, thank you for all of your support. You have shown these hardworking young people that are on the cusp of greatness. Class of 2026, everyone in this room wants to celebrate the challenges, commitments, and successes that made today happen. At the root of this is your hard work. Please enjoy this crowning achievement as you step from one chapter of your life endo another. I now want to take some time and pass on some words of wisdom to you. First, on patient needs. I have no doubt that you will work very hard to provide and maintain the oral health of your patients. Yet you should strive to continuously earn their trust. Be trustworthy. Do not overtreat or undertreat patients. Be honest, fair, and ethical. The golden rule is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Matthew 7:12, Luke 6:37. Show kindness, respect, and compassion to all people. Additionally, do not be arrogant. Remain humble and you'll go far. No matter how many plaques you accumulate, keep yourself grounded. Patients will become loyal patients if you are relatable. No matter where you practice, do not let an ego occlude what matters, and that is patient care. Be a lifelong learner. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone if you see an opportunity to improve. A quality provider bridges their expertise and new techniques to better serve patients. Finally, remember your days at the University of Detroit Mercy fondly. Drill this into your memory. Stay engaged with our school. Give back with your time. We would also appreciate every now and then a painless extraction of a donation. University of Detroit Mercy will remain on the forefront of academic and clinical excellence with your continued support. Don't let your fond memory of this school decay. You should carry them with you everywhere. So today, celebrate this momentous achievement. Take a lot of pictures of you in your cap and gown with your family and professors. Hug your classmates. Celebrate each other. This is likely the last time your classmates will all be in the same room. I'm lucky enough to hug one of mine every day as we are bonded forever, and that's my classmate and husband, Dr. Brad Juday. Hi, Brad. We at the Alumni Association expectorate continued greatness from you, but we have faith you will be true dental titans. Brace yourself for this rewarding career, and don't forget about that painless donation. Congratulations. Total pun 17. Thank you.
I am pleased to inform you that the Dental Alumni Association and the School of Dentistry cordially extends an invitation for everyone present to attend a reception today to celebrate this special day. It will be held at the area in front of the Student Union Building immediately following the recessional. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more matter of business to conduct with our new graduates, and we need your assistance so that this can be done as quickly and smoothly as possible. We need them to walk across campus to the steps of the Student Union Plaza for a class photo. The recession will take place in the order in which they have arrived. We ask that you remain seated until after the graduates have exited the building, and then you may follow the graduates to the reception area by the fountain. We will have them join you at the reception as soon as possible. We also ask that graduates exit the arena immediately following the recessional so that preparations can be made for the School of Law ceremony scheduled for this afternoon. Thank you for your cooperation. The recessional will now take place. Will our graduates please remain seated while the president, honored guests, deans, and faculty members recess? The deputy marshals will let you know when it is time for each row to join the recession. Guests, please remain seated until our graduates all have exited the arena. Thank you.